Hi, I'm Chandler Michelle, and welcome to Vapor. Before I get into this video, I'd like to specify that every single one of these videos uploaded to this channel will have a corresponding article with the link in the description to my blog, to my website. So in case you missed something in the video or you want a little recap, you can always check out the article. So I'm assuming if you click this video, you're either looking for a job, you just recently graduated, or you're just curious about the whole career field. Well, I'm going to provide you with 5 ways to increase job opportunities after graduation. The first one, graduate internships. Graduate internships are a fantastic way to set yourself apart from other candidates when applying to a position. It shows a dedication and a willingness to learn more and gather more experience after graduation. Number 2, networking. Yeah, an introvert's nightmare. But in reality, networking is not what it was back in the day. Networking could be emailing an old friend, a colleague, an old professor, alumni. You can ask for references, recommendations, even advice on how to get a job. If people know you're looking and hustling, they're more inclined to keep you in mind and help you out. Number 3, side work. Graduating with a high GPA definitely isn't enough nowadays. Think about it in the perspective of an employer. You have person A and person B. Person A graduated with a degree in journalism, as did person B. Person A has a 3.9, person B has a 3.8. So far, they're basically the same. Person A volunteered at their local radio station 3 times a week. They also started a blog. They've completed an internship, an undergraduate internship, and they started selling stuff on Etsy. And person B went home and took a nap. Now, person B is not going to tell the employer that he went home to take a nap. But the employer knows just by reading the resume who has more of a desire to learn and great time management skills, work ethic, an interest in the community, and the capability of multitasking. So if there's any one thing I can definitely recommend you do something other than your studies. Always ask yourself the question, what will make me stand out? Number 4, a professional resume. If an employer is only going to ask you for one thing, it's definitely a resume. And you want to make sure your resume is clear, concise, and straightforward. There are many different ways you can make sure your resume is up to par. There are plenty of online resources that provide you with resume templates for college graduates and how they should look, what you should put, what you should omit. Also, many universities provide academic assistance. I know at my school they have the academic development department that will actually review your resume, edit it, and maybe offer some advice on how you can change it. Another way to share your experience and your education are through job boards like LinkedIn or Indeed.com. You can upload your resume and experience to their websites, and employers can search certain keywords, maybe writer or computer scientist, anything. And your resume might pop up in your profile. And another way is by having your own website. And number 5, mock interviews. Interviews can be intimidating, especially if you've never had one before. But there is a general interview process you might want to keep in mind. First is the application process. This includes uploading your resume, your cover letter, sometimes some references or work samples. And at times, you might be required to complete an assessment or some sort of test. Let's say you're a computer science major. You're applying to some computer science position. They might ask you to complete a technical assessment, see how well you can program. Another example would be a writer. You're applying for a staff writing position. The assessment might be completing a grammar and spelling syntax sort of test. It's just a way employers and hiring recruiters, hiring managers to weed out the candidates that don't even have the most basic qualification. Second is the first interview. This can be with the hiring manager, the recruiter, or the employer themselves. It can be over the phone, through video, and sometimes in person if they're looking to hire quickly. The interview is to get to know the candidate, and for the candidate to see if the position is something they're actually interested in. You might be asked more technical questions, and you most likely will be provided a more in-depth explanation as to what the position requirements entail. Lastly is the third and usually in-person interview. This is generally the final stage of the most basic interview process. As a second interview is more the meat and bones of the interview process, the final interview is more of a wrap-up. The employer might show you around the office, discuss compensation. They basically want to see how you conduct yourself in the workspace. And the interview might be conducted by someone of a higher position. After the stage, you will likely hear if you've been offered the position, if they are requiring more samples, work samples, references, recommendations, or if they've decided to pursue other candidates. The best way to prepare for the interview process is through mock interviews. Most universities provide alumni assistance, which includes reviewing your resume as well as doing mock interviews. You can also search online for some basic interview questions, or you might find some questions that are tailored to the position you're applying for. You can have a friend, a family member ask you the questions, and you can sort of get comfortable on answering them. This helped me greatly, and it will definitely boost your confidence. And even if you're not expecting a certain question during the interview, at least you'll be able to answer far quicker than you would have been able to if you didn't even practice. Applying to jobs after graduation can be nerve-wracking, but it's one of the best experiences and tastes of adulthood. Although you're never guaranteed the position you're applying to, it's important to be prepared and expect anything. It definitely isn't easy, and you definitely will be up against other people, but just try your best, do as much as you can to make yourself stand out, and keep at it. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or boring, please leave a comment below. I want to hear your feedback. It's the best way I can improve on the next video. If you're interested in these type of videos, or you're curious about what I'm going to upload later on, please feel free to subscribe, like this video, leave me some feedback. I really want to hear what you think. Until next time.